We are FE Gold, leading facial eczema genetics. FE Gold produce some of the country's most productive sheep, and it's easy to see why.
I'm Edward Dinger. I live in near Cambridge in Carapiro, and I started farming here in 1966 when I came from the Netherlands. Farming was a lot different then. We never had the intensity and the stocking rates that we have now, but farming was as difficult as it is now, and nothing has changed in that regard. The worst thing in living in this area is that fairly frequently, not once in a decade, we get facial eczema, which is a disease that is caused by fungus that live in the grass. My first encounter with that was in 1981, when we really had a bad year. But the previous 10 years before that, it hardly was being mentioned. But in 1981 it hit this district really bad. We had spore counts up to a million. And I was flock master of a breeding group at that stage. I had 600 ewes that I managed for other farmers that were members of the breeding group. And I lost something like 60% of them. They either killed themselves by getting eczema, or I had to kill them because they were in such a bad way. And that is sort of when it dawned on me, gee, I don't want to have this again. It's terrible. And that's actually how we started with breeding for FE tolerance. After fairly hefty discussion, we decided to form FE Gold, and it's remarkable that over the years also you get very satisfied ram clients that have bought your rams for a few years, because we've always maintained, you won't get it overnight. It will happen, but it'll take at least 5 or 6 years, or possibly even more, before you get a visible tolerance for facial eczema. And it was enormously satisfactory that you get clients that say, well, hey, look, we had a bad year this year and I hardly noticed anything, and we had a terrific lambing percentage, all thanks to the fact that they were not as vulnerable for facial eczema as they used to be. And that generally happened to virtually in the end with all my clients. They're really happy with what they were buying. You have to be at a certain level to be able to join the FE Gold Group. And of course all the ram breeders can sort of trust the fact that we keep an eye on, sometimes with the irregularities that take place with FE. There's a lot of claims being made that are less than truthful. So to prevent that, FE Gold was formed, and since its inception it's gone from strength to strength, and we can confidently say that whoever buys rams from an FE Gold member is actually making progress, not only in genetically and on all other traits, but specifically with facial eczema.